You ain't flying economy, Volk.
Hey?
You ain't flying economy anymore.
No. We the business or private jet here, actually.
Oh, private jet?
Yeah,
Get
so
out
that's
of
pretty
town.
cool. Yeah, we've got
Things
hooked up
have
with that.
changed, eh, for Volkanovski. That's not bad. Let's get right into it. Islam Makhachev says, or should I say Makhachev, says he's going to knock you out. What do you say to that?
I say, I think that's all talk. We know what his game plan's going to be. But if he wants to keep it standing, sweet.
Yeah. Well, no, that's perfect for you. That plays into your hands.
But I mean, even if he is, maybe he does, but I want to set a statement. After a little bit, that game plan will change real quick.
Do you think it's one of those where he's trying to goad you into thinking that it's a stand-up battle so that the takedown presents itself easier?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it could be anything like that, but that's not how I fight. I'm the type of guy that I don't worry about takedowns anyway.
Mm-hmm.
When I say that, it's like my movement and all that covers a lot of ground. I'm the type of guy that I don't want to hesitate on the feet. I need to capitalize. I don't want to second guess myself because I'm worried about this, worried about that. I think that's where a lot of people have problems with him. And that's why he can land punches on people that are going to sort of freeze in position.
Exactly
right. Me, you ain't going to see that. I'll worry about the takedown when he's coming for it.
Yeah.
My movement and my hands and all that type of stuff will take care of most of it. Mm-hmm. But if he does get in, I'll worry about my takedown defense when I need to. Because again, I need to be I need to be sharp on my feet and capitalize when I'm there. Last thing I want to be doing is hesitating and second guessing myself.
Yeah, as you say, movement, that's going to be key. I mean, in my mind, obviously, it's your game plan. A lot of movement, not planting your feet, not doing more than 3 punch combinations. Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah. Like, I don't think it's going to be a secret. It's not like I'm giving the game plan around.
Yeah, no, of course.
Like, my movements are always a puzzle.
Yep.
But, again, the beauty thing is I can always change that movement too. Like, it matters of what they're playing in front of me with how my movement goes. I can go any way, ways that people feel uncomfortable and don't feel uncomfortable for me because I'm very comfortable switching things up, switching stances, changing combos, changing angles of combos, attacking from different areas, all that type of stuff. So he's got a lot to worry about on the feet. So a lot of people need to remember, we start on the feet.
Yeah, every time, every round. And you mentioned there, as you said, the switching stances. You are very sophisticated with your footwork. That's why you're the pound for pound #1. I don't think he's ever fought anybody that moves like you. Do you think he's going to be shocked when he gets in there and he's like, oh my word, like you're going to overload his brain?
Oh yeah, I think so. Like again, that's a part of the style. Like I don't think whether he's going to still be okay with it and still composed and maybe not fully puzzled, but I mean he's still going to have no choice on the feet but to fight my fight while I lead the dance there. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. I'm not going to let him lead the dance even with that wrestling threat. Again, I'll worry about that when it happens, if it happens. But my movement on the feet and all that's going to have him worrying about where I am and what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And again, that's going to be more of a there's a lot of questions there. A lot of people are like, how are you going to handle this? How are you going to handle that? It's like, oh, trust me, I'm going to handle it. I've proved I can handle a lot of different things. He's been good enough to just grab a hold of people and that was it. He hasn't really had to deal with someone who's going to really, if he doesn't get the takedown, he hasn't really had to deal with someone that's going to really put him in trouble there. So let's see how he handles that.
In terms of the takedown, I think you're very realistic. You said last time we spoke, he's probably going to get a takedown. That's his whole game, of course, and you're going to land punches. In my mind, and tell me what you think of this, if he takes you down, you'll get back up. He'll take you down, you'll get back up. And it's kind of going to be that kind of battle throughout 5 rounds, obviously. And I think whoever gets tired first, that's when the other person starts to gain an advantage. They start to make mistakes and then they take over. What do you say to that?
Hey, well, we know I don't get tired, so that's good.
Well, exactly, come on.
But
all right, this weekend at UFC 284 in Australia, the pound for pound #1 is taking on the pound for pound #2 for the UFC Lightweight Championship of the world. And while the fighters are wrapping up their camps, I am teaming up with DraftKings to give you a sensational winning offer. All new customers have to do is sign up for DraftKings using my promo code BISPING. Then bet at least $5 on any UFC 284 fight, and you will receive an additional $200 in bonus bets. Yes, that is correct. New customers bet just $5 on any UFC 284 fight, and you'll get an additional $200 in bonus bets deposited into your account. And if you're wondering, what can I do with that $200? Well, here's what you can do. You can try out same game parlays where you can combine multiple bets from the same fight, such as who will win and in which round, for a shot at even bigger winnings. And DraftKings is the only sportsbook that allows you to parlay multiple picks on the same fight. And if mobile sports is not yet available in your state, then don't worry, because you can still get in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. New customers use the promo code BISPING, bet $5 on UFC 284 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code BISPING only at the DraftKings Sportsbook.
You know, when I said that to you, right? Like, and that's true. I need to have that. I need to prepare for that. I need to be mentally prepared that, oh yeah, you're going to get taken down. Don't be surprised if I don't, though. You know what I mean?
No, of course.
You know what I mean? Like things.
The game
you know
plan
what
is
I mean?
not to.
Exactly.
But mentally, you got to prepare for
well,
that.
that's how I am. I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and I always put. You know, that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like that's how I've always prepared. You know, I prepare for the worst, and I need to have that in my head. So if it goes there, I'm not going to be phased. I'm not going to be panicking. You're not going to see that. I'm going to be composed. I'm going to be clear. All good. If it goes down, there's a good chance that it does. But I mean, I won't be surprised if it doesn't. But you know, I will not panic from there.
Yeah. Well, another reason why you haven't got anything to panic about. I mean, of course, you're a proud man. You want to win this fight. You want to make history. But in a certain way, there's no pressure this weekend. Am I right?
Yeah, I feel like.
And of course, you want to win in your home country and all the rest of it. You're proud, but if you lose, you're still the featherweight champ.
Oh, okay. So you're looking at it that way. Like for me, yeah, I'm not going this and just doing this. It doesn't matter. I still got my belt and all that type of stuff. Obviously, I'm going to be very, very devastated.
No, you're going to fight your ass off.
Exactly, but I do believe there's more pressure on him, and there's more pressure on him. You know, I believe he's putting it on himself. Calling me short, wrestling, all this type of stuff. I was like, oh, thanks, mate. That makes my win even bigger, my victory even bigger, and more embarrassing for you when you lose. You know what I mean? So I think he's put more pressure on himself, and the narrative that's gone, which I'm like running with. I can point a few things and show you that he's human. I can do that, but I won't even bother. I'll let him
want to share some of those things right now?
No, you don't need to know. Yeah, he is invincible. You just think that. That's just going to make my victory even bigger.
Dana said this week that this is trending to be a gigantic pay-per-view. I mean, does that excite you?
It does. It really does. It's good to see that people are really appreciating what's on the line here. You know, number one pound for pound versus number two pound for pound. This does not happen.
Never.
This does not happen in other sports. It doesn't happen. And it's never happened in our sport. If there is a sport that you definitely would see it, it'd be UFC. And it still hasn't happened yet. And we're doing it. We're making history this weekend by number one versus number two. The win streak that we have, I think it's
23, 24 wins in a row now for you?
Yeah, in the UFC, I think it's like 12. I've got 12 fight win streak. He's got 11. 23-1 he is. I'm 25-1. Mind you, I wanted to say them numbers because mine's better. So
yeah, of course. Come on.
No, but I mean, it's
gonna get those little digs in here and that.
But I mean, it just shows you how how big this fight is, and there is a lot on the line. So a lot of people there's still pressure on me, obviously, but I deal with pressure very well, and I'm happy to put that pressure on me and put myself in these positions. Me being the underdog and all that type of stuff. Moving up a division and all that. Like I love challenges and all that. Like these, I don't shy away from them. I go on full steam ahead, bring it on.
So as you said, you flew here on a private jet, and rightly so. Life's good. Potentially going to be a champ at the weekend, making history, but making great money as well, Volk. I mean, I don't expect you to sit here and brag and everything. You're a humble guy, but it's life-changing stuff, right? I mean, you must be enjoying this ride that you're on right now.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Obviously, especially when you've sacrificed so much. You know what I mean? Like you would know. You guys know. It's full on. It was very hard, and then now you can finally give back to the people that supported you and all that.
That's it.
My wife and my kids, even it was just there was tough times, but now we're in a position where I can look after them, and I want to keep. I want my legacy. That's why I never used to be the type to be like, my legacy, this and that. But I want my legacy to be able to look after my family forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where I want my legacy.
That's why we all do it as
exactly
family,
right. Yeah, exactly right. So right now I was like, I want these big fights now. I'm chasing all these. Not only the challenges, it's going to make me better. It's going to make me a stronger human being moving forward and all that type of stuff. It ain't just that. It's the legacy that I leave behind that I know I can look after my family forever. And their families. You know what I mean? Like I believe I can build an empire. You know what I mean? For them. And which is incredible and what it's all about for me.
And that's what it's all about for everybody. You mentioned their legacy. Khabib, obviously, is a mentor and a former coach of Islam. He retired at 29-0. His legacy, to a lot of people, the greatest of all time. Have you thought about how long you'll do this for? Because you're at the top of the sport, the absolute pinnacle. You know, have you thought to yourself, I'll ride this out, maybe another 5 defenses or whatever? Have you given that any thought, or just whatever, keep going until the brakes fall off?
You definitely think about it here and there, especially when you're going through camps. Like, especially when you when you know the
towards the end of camp.
Well, like, everyone knows the training we do. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean. Like, I start thinking, like, you know, obviously I'm getting through it, but I'm like, am I going to be able to get through this in 2 years, 3 years?
How old are you now, Volk?
I'm 34.
34.
Yeah,
Still a young
this
man.
Year. Yeah. So I still be like, I'm at my peak, right? So I'm like, I can do this another 7 years. But I mean, it's, again, the sort of standard I have in the training room. That's where I look at it. Like, I want to keep a good standard. You know what I mean? When I feel like that standard starts dropping, you know, that's when you're going to start thinking, yeah, that's how I want to do it. But I mean, I know I definitely got a good few years or a couple of years of me at my peak. So that's why you see me trying to capitalise right now. That's why you see me be the backup fighter after a broken hand with a short camp and all that, making sure I'm the next guy. No one can take that because I don't want to wait a year. I don't have enough time for that. Well, that's how I'm looking at it. I want make it happen now. Do what you can. Capitalise on the opportunities we have, because again, this is opportunity. These are opportunities, and the moments you can get from these type of challenges and things like that is going to be endless. So I can't wait to shock the world.
And another opportunity that you have is that there's a whole nation of young, aspiring mixed martial artists that will look up to you. You are making history. You and Rob, you know, you're flying the flag for Australia. Of course, there's many others. You know, how important is it to you that you're inspiring these people, showing what's capable? You know, we're all working class guys, you know, and now, you know, you're a champion, potential double champ, making ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, it's not about the money, but it kind of is at the same time. But do you think about that, like the impact that you're having on young Australians?
Definitely. That's what a lot of my messages are usually. You always try and tell everyone, you know, I'm just as I say after my fights, I'm just a regular bloke, man. You know what I mean? From a small gym. And things like that, and because I want people to understand that anything is capable of, you know what I mean? Like, you hear people talk about it all the time. People want to put quotes and all this on Instagram and all that, but I mean...
Conceive, believe, achieve.
Yeah, I know. Well, you've seen all
No. Yeah. I was taking the piss, but it's true, though.
Well, it is. You've seen a lot of people, they share this sort of stuff, but I mean, are they really taking note of that? Are they really understanding that? It's like going, well, we're showing you. You know, we're showing you that a guy from a small gym, I'm still at that small gym today. A regular bloke, I started when I was 22 years old, you know, and things like that. And I'm showing that it can be done. No matter who you are, if you got that right mindset and you got that work ethic and, you know, it can be done. You know what I mean? You can go a long way. And just believe in yourself and take things on. And I think it doesn't have to be in MMA, anything in life. If you want to be successful, just got to commit. Yeah,
that's what it is. Beautiful message. 2 more real quick. What are you weighing right now?
What am I weighing right now? This morning I was 75 something.
75 kilos.
75 and a half. Like 75.
So 77's 170.
Yeah.
So you're about what, 165, something like that in pounds, you think?
Maybe a little bit more.
A little bit more. So, do you think he's going to be shocked at that? Because he said, you said when you squared up, he looked at you, he saw a small guy. You said in your eyes, you could see that he was underestimating you. You feel twice as strong. You think he's still going to be shocked?
Well, the way he's talking, I think he will be. You know what I mean? That's what it is. The way he's talking. Again, is he just saying these things, or is he really believing it? And that's what I'm trying to say. If, like, you really believe that I'm just going to be this weak person that's small that you're just going to throw around, if you're really training like that and thinking that,
if you're really thinking that, he's a fool.
Yeah, exactly right. You're a fool, and that's cool.
I mean, do you think he thinks that, or do you think that's just selling the fight,
what I mean.
trash talk, just trying to get in your head?
We don't know. Yeah. But I'll find out. I'll find out
real quick.
I'll find out real quick. Again, I'm very clear and composed in there, and it's very, like, every time I'm in there and I put a puzzle in their face and I can see them like freaking out, and I can really pay attention and capitalize on that. If he's thinking that, fuck, it's going to be good to, excuse me. It's going to be really good.
Yeah, swear away, mate.
It's going to be really good to see his face once he's like, runs into a little short brick wall.
Yeah. Final question. Have you thought, I mean, this is crazy. Only 4 people have done this. Be double champ at the same time. sold out crowd, Australia, they're going crazy. You've just won the fight, your arms raised, you've got one belt around your waist or two belts over each shoulder, straddled the cage, saluting your Australians. I mean, come on.
How good's that?
It doesn't get better than that, does it?
It doesn't. You know what I mean? To be able to do this here in Australia in front of a home crowd, my family, my friends, my team, everyone there that supports me, it's incredible. Because it's been a while since we've been here, and now
it's giving me goosebumps
fight,
just thinking about it.
Well, exactly. There's a fight of this magnitude, and to do it here in Australia, it's going to be a big moment, and I can't wait.
I can't wait either. There it is. Volk, you're the man.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Appreciate it.